what a lot of people do is they spend a lot of money every day at Starbucks, going out to lunch, going out to dinner, going out to cocktails, buying clothes, all those things. And if you would just cut that back in half, you could save a lot of money and start using that money to save for a down payment.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people start small, just get like a condo. And the banks will always allow you to buy bigger. They won't let you buy smaller because then
Mm.
they think you're going to turn it into a rental. So I say, buy a one-bedroom condo, live in it for 1 year to 2 years, turn that into a rental, then go buy a two-bedroom condo.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited to be here today. I have another fantastic guest, and I can't wait for you to hear everything that she's accomplished and what she's doing now. She's a teacher of real estate, definitely are empowering women and making sure women are in position to get property, retain property. And so, because we never know what the future is going to hold, if we're just being honest, we're adults, right? We don't know what's going to happen. And so I love the way that she empower women to make sure they're in a position to keep what they gain, keep what they have. And so I'm so excited for you all to get to know Miss Kristi Dietz. Miss Kristi, how you doing today, ma'am?
Excellent. Thank you for having me, Quentin.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. And look, I want to dive right in. I want you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. I would love for you to take us a little bit of an origin story, tell us a little bit of an origin story of how you got to where you are now. And if you don't mind telling us what markets you operate in. So, Christy, you have the floor, man.
Thank you. Yeah, so one of my biggest passions is helping teach women how to invest in real estate, starting from buying their first home by themselves to investing in rental properties and creating assets to buy and hold. I'm in the Los Angeles market, but I'm originally from Florida. And I moved out to Los Angeles in 1995 to work in the music business. And I happened upon a class in 1996 by a Dr. Marsha Reddick at a community college on how to buy foreclosures for no money down. So while I was working in the music business, I just studied and learned and took every class that he taught on how to buy investment properties. And I think it was about 1997, I bought my first investment property, a government foreclosure. I think it was a VA foreclosure in Orlando, Florida, and then I just kept going. Once you get through the first or second one, you just keep going. And by the time 2000 came around, I already owned 12 properties. I then got married, pregnant, didn't want to work in the music business anymore. So then I switched full time into teaching at the colleges for Dr. Marsha Reddick, teaching people how to invest in real estate and how to do everything with properties and how to get properties. And
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And assets in real estate. And I've been doing that ever since 2000. And I'm still with Marshall Reddick Real Estate, and I'm a realtor for them. I'm a mentor. I teach, and I really try to help and empower women to show them from a young age on how to invest in real estate and create their own portfolio and their own assets, and to keep those assets whether they're married or divorced.
Yeah. No, no, I absolutely love it. I love you empowering women, and I love you empowering from a place of experience, right? You're showing them what you've done for yourself. So you like, listen, this works. I know it's works, and I'm gonna show you and walk you through how it's going to work. Christy, I would love to pick your brain about some strategies, right? So I would love to know some business strategies that you use, but I also would like to know some personal strategies that you use that have helped you along your journey. I know some people, they may do gym, then they may do meditation. So what are some personal strategies that help you, and some business strategies that help you as well?
Well, I think some of my personal strategies is just being grateful and thankful every single day. That's very important. And to just love and appreciate everyone around me. And there's not one person that I can't learn from,
Hmm.
whether it's someone I meet on the street, whether it's, a CEO of a company, whether it's on a podcast with you, any place is a learning experience, and to continue and keep learning. I think those are the most important personal things that I do. As far as helping, are you saying as far as helping people? What is something that I would do to help
Yeah,
people?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, some strategies, that teach people consistency, teach people discipline, like any kind of business strategies that you have honed on to that you really pass on to other people. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think the biggest thing that people need to do, especially women, is put off short term gratification needs for long term appreciation and gains. So the reason what a lot of people do is they spend a lot of money every day at Starbucks, going out to lunch, going out to dinner, going out to cocktails, buying clothes, all those things. And if you would just cut that back in half, you could save a lot of money and start using that money to save for a down payment. I would say I teach people if they don't own any property at all, their first thing should be to try to buy something owner occupied. You can get an FHA loan, 3.5% down, or you can even get um, down payment assistance from most states you live in, where you can get 100% financing. And then you can even get gift money from your family. So you can almost get into a property for free.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people start small, just get like a condo. And the banks will always allow you to buy bigger. They won't let you buy smaller because then
Mm,
they think you're going to turn it into a rental. So I say buy a 1 bedroom condo, live in it for 1 year to 2 years, turn that into a rental, then go buy a 2 bedroom condo. And with every property, you get to appreciate and get the tax write off to take off your income. So let's say if you make 100,000 a year and you own 10 properties, and each property gets a $10,000 write off. I'm just making this simple form.
yeah.
You basically pay zero to the government. And when you buy real estate, that's why millionaires do it, and billionaires. I have not paid federal, state, or Social Security since 1998. Zero.
Wow.
And I'm in California, folks.
Yeah.
So it's because I own enough real estate that I'm able to. I've bought 24 properties and I still own 11. And I own enough real estate that for my job, which is a realtor, how I make my income, I can write everything off from my rental properties. You either give 50 grand to the government or you give 50,000 yourself maintaining your properties.
Mm,
It's better to pay yourself than to pay the government.
mm. Yes, indeedy. I mean, listen, Chrissy, you're giving them what we call free game, right? You're giving them information that's really, really going to help them.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Really, really empower them, and I absolutely love it. Now, tw- boy 24, still on 11. I'm listening to you. Has it always been easy? Has there been any adversities that you bumped up against as you was building, and coming into success? Has there been difficulties at all?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I don't come from money. No one ever gave me a dollar. I moved out in my house at 16 years old.
Mm.
Didn't start college till I was 21. I remember being on food stamps in college because I had no money for food. I worked 2 jobs in school. So absolutely, I built every dollar and every single thing I have on my own and had a lot of failures along the way, but failure makes you succeed because when you fail, you get back up and you try something different. And when I
Mhm.
bought my first property in Orlando, I actually borrowed $3,000 from a friend because I just graduated college not long before, like a year and a half before Miguel. He gave me $3,000. And then I borrowed another three or $4,000 on my credit card. And that was my down payment for my property, $7,000.
Yeah.
So um, you do what you have to do. And people say, oh my gosh, you don't borrow money on a credit card. But that was my first property. And I bought that property. And I know you say, oh, well, that's when properties were cheap. But hey, our interest rates were 9% back then when I started buying. So it's all relative. And that property right now that I bought for 70,000, I think back then, and the rents used to be 12, I think the rents used to be 800 or 600 a month. Now that property's worth 350 and the rents are 22.50 a month.
Yeah.
So your mortgage stays the same, but your rents go up and up and up. That's where you get your cash flow. So yeah, I mean, I've definitely had a lot of adversity. I got divorced. My ex-husband really never made any money, even when we were married. I took care of the kids. I worked 60, 70 hours a week. I bought real estate. I did it all. And I was exhausted until I was 42 years old. And then
Wow.
I got divorced. I had a heart attack at 40, so I had a lot. I had a lot, but I just kept saying, if I don't do this, what am I going to do? And I thank the God that I ran into that class, right out of college or, a couple years out of college because I don't know where I'd be right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So grateful for your story. Thank you so much for sharing. I always say thank you for the gift of your vulnerability, right? Because you're giving us things that we wouldn't know unless you shared. And so I thank you for that, and thank you for your perseverance. I want to ask you, what's your next real goal? Is there something you're looking to solve or scale next? Like, what's next for you, Christy?
Always want to buy real estate because you all will find once you start buying it, it gets like a bug. You get really excited. It's like it's better than buying a new car. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Um, I always want to buy new property. I'm always selling some of mine and 1031 is exchanging into other property. Or sometimes I just sell a property because I want to get the money and pay off bills. Because we all
Mm.
acquire bills. We go acquire
Yeah.
credit card bills, and I still have an EDIL loan that I took out. I have to pay 40,000 of that.
Gotcha.
So I think my immediate goals are just really to continue teaching in the spring and really helping. I always feel if I can help one person change their life, and a lot of young guys come as well, not just women, but
Yeah.
just young people in general. If they can, it, if I can pay it forward to teach people what I was taught, then I feel that I'm doing something and it
Yeah.
means something.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be where I am right now if I wouldn't have been taught by all the mentors that I was taught. And I want to continue doing that for other people and helping people.
Absolutely. So I'm glad you mentioned mentorship. I'm glad you mentioned helping people, teaching people, even us men. Hello, thank you so much. We appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But so
I have
I
a lot
want
of
to,
guys in my class. Some of them come because they want to meet all the ladies.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Listen, Christy, that's always gonna be our top tier motivation for us guys. Like we don't know what's the class for. I don't know. I just seen I just seen a lot of people here that I like. So that's all
Exactly.
be a
They
motivation.
get it. But then they get very into it. Then they're like, oh,
Exactly. That part. That part. Like, we're so gullible. Y'all know how to get us. We're so gullible. But let's gullible for a good reason at this point. So yeah. Um, but I want to talk to you about relationships. I want to talk to you about relationship building. Is building relationships important to you? How have you gone about building and establishing relationships within business? Yeah, has it served you well? So what is your perspective on relationships?
yeah. Relationships are pivotal to success. I feel like you need to work with people almost a higher level than you are so that you
Yeah.
can strive. Because if you hang out with people that are lower than you, then you're going to get pulled down. I only want to work with people that are honest, have integrity and character. I don't play games. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I treat everybody equally.
Mm,
Relationships, mentorship, goal setting, all of those things are very, very important. And it doesn't, um, relationships, it doesn't matter if I have relationships, people that teach me that are 20 years old, and I have people that teach me that are 80. I just got off the phone with an engineer who's 87 years old this morning because he was
yeah.
giving me some advice on some things. So I just always am looking to learn from the relationships and also any way I can help in the relationships because I just think you need that. And also, in all my clients that I work with, I would never, ever, ever sell anything anyone that I myself would not purchase.
Yeah.
And even their home, if I'm selling their home, it's like it's my home. So
Yeah.
I think that's and just really always being truthful and have integrity.
Mhm. Mhm. Truthful and integrity. I mean, those are music to my ears because everybody's not truthful. Everybody doesn't have integrity. So I love when I get a chance to talk to somebody that highlight those characteristics, integrity and being honest. Because we were talking about relationships. I just think that's the best policy is just to be honest and just to be truthful and be upfront. That way, when we establish these relationships, we're establishing them on solid foundation, not just on what I can get from you or what you can do for me. No, let's be authentic and honest about where we are, establish a healthy relationship, and then let's see organically where we go from there when it comes to business and different things like that. And
Yeah.
so,
Win-win. There's a win-win for everyone. Because
exactly.
I see a lot of these real estate classes online, like wholesaling classes and stuff. And what they say is half truths. I'm like, oh, that's not true. That is
Yeah.
not true at all.
Yep.
Like, and
Yeah.
I've had students of mine that get duped into these really expensive $20,000 classes. I have one guy actually that can join my women's, and he's actually very smart. He works for NVIDIA,
Hmm.
at high level programming. He does all the programming and he got in, paid 20,000 to take a wholesaling class. And I said, okay, do you basically know you got to go knock on the door of little old ladies whose houses are falling apart and take a property from them? Do you realize what you're doing here? And I'm like $20,000, you know, and so they lure you in with half truths versus
Yeah.
where you can find a good mentor like someone like me. I don't even charge people. I just
Look at
help
that.
people because I want to help people, you
Yeah.
know?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then in the future, if you end up buying a house from me, then I'll get paid that way,
Yeah.
by a seller paying me commission or something like that. But
Absolutely.
you have to be really careful because a lot of these classes are not truthful. They give you just half truths and it's not really what it appears to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I want to just praise you for a minute because I've listened to your story and you had to overcome some things, and I think that really powers you to be integral with people because you know the price you had to pay to overcome and be who you are. And so it's like if I want to help you, but I'm gonna help you giving you the truth. I'm gonna help you giving you honesty. And so one of the things you said is that you were grateful. Like, when I asked you about, strategies that you use, you be talking about gratefulness. And my wife and I, of course, people may not know this, but now you're gonna know. It's New Year's Eve. This is when we shooting this. But all year, my wife and I, we have been putting, we got a gratitude jar. So we've been writing things down all year about what we're grateful for, and we've been putting it in the jar. And so tonight, at 12 midnight, we're gonna bring the New Year's in, reading off hundreds of things that we've been grateful for over the year. And then we're gonna reset it, in 2026 what we're grateful for and keep doing it, keep going it forward. And so I just say that to say
Amazing.
when I listen to you, I listen to how grateful you are. I listen to that you want to pass that on to other people that, hey, I've overcome, I'm here now, and I want to teach you some strategies, but they're going to be strategies that's rooted in integrity, honesty, and gratefulness. And so that's just me praising you. I really appreciate you
Sure.
being here. I really appreciate you being here. Really do.
Thank you so much. I love that. I'm gonna start a jar too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a jar for the family
Absolutely.
and put it.
There you
That's
go.
such an amazing idea. Yeah,
Yep.
and people think because you own a bunch of real estate, you're just all rich. You're like property rich, cash poor. If my tenants need a new roof or a new hot water heater, they're getting it, not me.
Oof.
And
Come on.
what it is when you retire, you'll have a forced savings account and hopefully be able to live off your rental properties or live off the money from your rental properties. So
Yeah.
it's a sacrifice all the time. I only allow myself a new car once every 10 years
Look at that.
because
Yeah.
I would all my money needs to go in my rental properties. So just
Gotcha.
because I have 11 properties, it doesn't mean I'm some rich person. I'm not. I work every day. I put in a new air conditioning in a house the other day, taxes, I have a tax bill right here. So all the money goes, but I'm paying myself instead of paying
Yeah.
the IRS. And
That
I'm
part.
creating a forced savings account for myself because realistically, none of us are going to be able to live on the pittance of Social Security than we get, and we have to have some way to be able to keep our standard of living somewhat near what we're doing right now. And
Yeah.
really, the only way to do that is invest in real estate. Millionaires have 80% in their assets in real estate and 20% in the market. And they do that for a reason. You
Yeah.
know, I don't
Yeah.
care who you talk about, they all do. Every past president we've ever had owns tons of real estate.
More.
Even,
More.
we used to have Arnold Schwarzenegger as our governor of California years ago,
Yeah.
and he owns over 500 rental properties in Los Angeles,
Look at
and
that.
and people don't realize that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really a way, and the best thing you could do is buy a little house, turn it in a rental, and keep going bigger. But most people go and buy the biggest house they can right off the
That part.
bat and live like choking themselves, barely able to pay.
Yeah.
A smarter thing is to start very small and keep getting little tiny bigger houses all along. Start with a condo or townhome and then turn each one. If you do that in 9 or 10 years, you'll have 5 rental houses.
Yeah. Mm.
And
Mm.
then you can stop. You have five
That
rental houses, you can stop.
absolutely.
You won't
As
because you'll be addicted to it.
that part. There you go. Absolutely. Chrissy, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
You can call me directly on my cell phone if you like. I don't mind. I'm always willing to help people. No charge for that. I just like to help people because I just feel it's important. My number is 818-694-0740. 818-694-0740. You can also email me. My company is realinvestor.info incorporated, which stands for
Mhm.
retire early and live investor. So my email is realinvestor.info@gmail.com. So
Yeah. There you go. Well, listen, Miss Christie, again, I want to thank you for your time because time is very valuable, very precious. We know that. So thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your story. Again, thank you for your gift of vulnerability. Thank you for sharing different ups and downs with us. Thank you for sharing your wins and and the difficulties. I really appreciate your story. And definitely thank you for your perspective. Thank you for the way that you think. And thank you for bringing that perspective to this podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful.
Absolutely.
Grateful.
Wonderful. Yes, I am grateful too. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Listen, definitely get in contact with Miss Kristi, but definitely make sure you're subscribed here for sure, because I promise you we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Kristi. So thank you again, ma'am. And to everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.